Hello, scholars. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about percentages and double number lines. So I wanted to review it with you a little bit tonight so that tomorrow when we come into class, we'll be able to jump right in to get some work done. Let's first of all review what we talked about today. We talked about the word percent, and the word percent means per 100 or a unit of 100, and it's represented by a sign that looks like this. Get my drawing sign up here. All right, so that's what it looked like. Some of y'all may draw it like this, okay? Either way is fine. We also talked about the word percentage. We talked about the word percentage, and the word percentage is a rate per 100. So don't forget those two words. Hopefully you have them written in your notes that we took today. Let's start off with talking about this fundraising goal. It says each of the three friends, Lynn, Jada, and Andre, had the goal of raising $40. That's a very important number there. How much money did each person raise? Be prepared to explain your reasoning. So let's go over these three. First of all, it says Lynn raised 100% of her goal. Well, if we think of the word percent, the word percent, if you'll remember correctly, like we said, the word percent means for each 100. So we're talking about 100 of what she's supposed to have raised, and she was supposed to have raised $40. So that means that Lynn raised $40. Well, it says Jada raised 50% of her goal. Well, 50%, if you're talking about 50% of something, that's half. That's half. So what is half of 40? How do we find that out? Well, you need to divide 40 divided by 2, and that would give you 20. So half of 40 is 20. So this means that Jada raised $20. 50% equals half. Andre raised 150% of his goal. Well, let's think about that. If 100% is $40 and 50% is $20, then 40 plus 20 is $60. Let's look at that on a tape diagram. If I have a tape diagram here, and this represents 100%, 100% of what? $40. So that means this whole thing here equals 40. Let's divide that in half. Let's divide that in half. Half of 40 is 20. So we know, let's change our color here. So we know that this is $20 and this is $20. This equals 50%. This equals 50%. So what do I need to put here? Well, I can add another 50%, and that would give me 50 plus 50 plus 50. That would give me 150%. Well, if 50% here is 20, 50% here is 20, that would mean 50% here is 20. That would be 20, 40, 60. So that's how we get our $60. Okay? So what we're going to talk about in class today, and let me erase all of this. There's my eraser. Let's erase all annotations. So I'm going to erase all of this. Today in class, we're going to talk about, or tomorrow in class, I should say, we're going to talk about percentages and double number lines. And I'm just going to give you a little short introduction to what that is, so that when we come into class tomorrow, you will be better able to understand what we are doing. So, starts off with, it says, Elena biked 8 miles. You always, whenever you read these, you need to find your important information. And 8 miles is our important information here. Elena biked 8 miles on Saturday. Use the double number line, which we have already drawn here, to answer the questions. Be prepared once again to explain your reasoning. Well, 8 miles is 100%. That's how much she biked on Saturday. So that means at 100% here, we need to put 8. Well, what is this counting by to get to 8? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's counting in fourths. So what is 1/4 of 8? Well, to find out what 1/4 of 8 is, you would say 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Okay? So that means this would be 2, 4, 6, 8. If we're counting by 2's, then you would go on to say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So we've divided this out now. Let's look at our 2 questions here. Our first question says, what is 100% of her Saturday distance? Well, if she biked 8 miles, 100% of 8 is 8. So that answer would be 8. On Sunday, she biked 75% of her distance. How far is that? Well, looking at our double number line, that's very easy to see. 75% is right here. So that gives us how many miles? 6 miles. Once again, do not forget to put your units. Do not forget to put your units. And then finally, hold on, my phone's ringing. Just a moment. Let me get it. There it goes. And then finally, it says on Monday, she biked 125% of her Saturday distance. How far was that? Well, let's look here and see what 125% would be. Well, what does it show on our double number line? It shows 10 miles. I hope this helps you understand a little bit about using a double number line. We will use this more tomorrow in our class. And hopefully, if you don't understand this, go back and watch this video again. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.